It just came to me out of an argument that I was having with my partner. Sorry if I sound a bit incoherent, but I've just done a performance, and the performance involves drinking a lot of beer, so I may be drunk. In fact, I am drunk. Yeah, no, it came out of an argument that I was having with my partner, and it's the argument that I was having with her just happened to go. We were having it down the side of our house, which sort of is a natural auditorium as far as the rest of the street is concerned, and suddenly everybody else started coming out of their houses to do very important tasks which they hadn't attended to for the past 4 weeks, such as watering their hanging baskets and mending their silencers, just to listen to what was going on. And I felt that this was very dramatic, and as a result we quite lost the thread of the argument that we were having and started playing up to the crowd.
This way, why the questionnaire?
I just wanted to try and ensure that when people came along, I'd have people who were fairly lively. People's reserve is in the UK is legendary with regard to getting involved in participatory performance art. And I wanted to try and ensure that the people who came, at least it would give some chance of ensuring that some activity occurred, because there would be nothing worse than having a group of people who just didn't participate in any respect whatsoever.
Somebody we spoke to suggested that it was really a clever way of getting a lot of media folk in, and that might be the motivation.
Well, it wasn't the motivation in any way whatsoever. I mean, it just happened that it interested a lot of people. What can I say? Why did it get a lot of... You're a media person. You tell me why it got media in. You tell me. Go on.
Well, I'm more curious in why you want to do it. I mean, you say £10,000, laying out £10,000. Do you come every year to Edinburgh?
No, I've never been before. I don't necessarily intend to come again, but I just wanted to experiment. And I think in a way I've subverted the whole process of Edinburgh. And I'd like to try and extend that in some way. I've subverted it in that, particularly this year, people have told me that there are people out there begging to get an audience in. And it's even worse than it has been in the past, I understand. And I'm not begging an audience to come. I'm saying, if you're good enough, you can come and see my show. But I will determine whether you can come in and see it.
Who game? Why did you decide that your guests should play that?
Well, it just seemed to me that it was entirely accidental. If I went into the basic reasons for us calling the game Taboo, the show Taboo in the first place, that would probably be too offensive, because we were initially, when we set the production up, we were trying to examine taboos in language and in terms of broadcasting and media, those words which were well, the one word, in fact, which is taboo as far as press and broadcast media are concerned. And we tired of that, and we began to examine more and more the question of domestic arguments. And it was just entirely fortuitous that we ended up with, we put in our application to the Fringe Society or whatever, so that we got the name of the show listed way back when. And it was entirely fortuitous that later on, when the show developed in an entirely different direction, that was the game that happened to be the one which we've chosen to.